Good morning, everybody. I'm actually sitting here in my office and I'm reading this book. And I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little small one and it's called The Four Agreements. And today I wanted to read the first agreement with you guys. Sometimes I sit and I think about the different things that I go through daily, and I have to remember some of the things that I say, not only to my clients, but the things that I have to say to myself every day in regards to just life's stressors and the things that go on, with everyday life. I had something to happen to me the other day, and I realized that sometimes people are not impeccable with their words. And remember, I'm still working on and struggling with rejection and what that actually looks like for me. And I have to be very, very careful with the people that I interact with and some of the things that they may say to me. Sometimes it's hurtful, and I have to sometimes I internalize some of those things that may not be true, that they may be saying, or if I feel like I'm just brushed off and things like that. Like, I really have to work on rejection and how it shows up in my life. So as I share my truths with people, or as I just be vulnerable on camera and things like that, I have to be very careful with what I say and how I relay it to the world. So the first agreement is, which is really funny, but it is be impeccable with your word. So it says the first agreement is the most important one and also the most difficult one to honor, to be impeccable with your word. It sounds very simple, but it is very, very powerful to be impeccable with your words. So why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. Through the word, you manifest your intent regardless of what language you speak, what you dream, what you feel, and what you really are. Will all be manifested through the word. The word is a force. It is the power that you have to communicate, to think, and thereby to create the events in your own life. The word is the most powerful tool you have, but like a sword with two edges, the word can create the most beautiful dream, or the word can destroy everything around you. So what I'm getting from this is being careful with what I say to myself, because people can say one thing to you, but you have to be very, very careful with what you say back to yourself. It's like a parrot. A parrot says, "Oh, you're a pretty girl. Oh, you're a pretty girl." You can say that you're a pretty girl all day, or you can say, "I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that." You have to be very, very careful with the words you repeat back to yourself. So in my situation, I had this thing that I was doing, and there were a few people that were being flaky about it, and they were lying, and I knew that they were lying, and I internalized it for myself to seem as if it was me that was the problem, but it wasn't. They were not impeccable with their word, or if I'm showing up for people often and no one's showing up for me, it makes me feel some kind of way. But I have to be careful with what I repeat back to myself. Some of these things are not my fault. And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with people saying no. I have to be okay with people not wanting to be around me. I'm a lot to deal with sometimes, you have to know yourself. And I have to be okay with that. But for me, it shows up sometimes as rejection. Like, what have I done? I'm always showing up for you. Why can't you be there for me? And not all the time will people give you exactly what you're giving to them. And you have to be okay with that. I'm learning in this season to be okay with the word no with me saying no and with other people saying no. And the biggest lesson that I've learned so far this year is that I can make all these plans in the world, but if God doesn't say yes to it, what is the point? So we can have all these plans, but then God has a whole different plan that he's designed for us. And the thing is that his plan is always better than what we can ever imagine. So with that said, I don't know if you guys have this, but this is called, again, The 4 Agreements. I really like this book. I sometimes do this with my clients, and it's actually really, really good. And I hope that you guys will learn to be impeccable with your word and be careful with what you say to yourself. Anywho, I am Tiesha Carvil, and it has been a pleasure speaking with you guys today. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always email me at tieshacarvilmsw@gmail.com. So that will be tieshacarvil@gmail.com. You can also visit my website at www.myhealthy, HEALTHY, mind, MIND.me. So it's myhealthymind.me. Nevertheless, I love you guys, and thank you for taking the time to sit and talk with me. Have a good day.